Some dates on the calendar are just numbers, others are mirrors. September 10, 11, and 12 will not magically change your fate, but they will reveal it. Life gives every person a window, a moment where the mask drops, where your habits are exposed, where a small choice decides a huge direction. Shi Heng calls this a wake-up moment. These 3 days are not about fear but about clarity. They are an invitation to pause, to see who you've been and who you could become. In the next few minutes, we'll walk through 6 inner shifts you can begin now, so that when those days arrive, you're steady, focused, and ready. This is not theory, it's training. It's the same mind set the monks used to prepare for tests they don't control. If you felt lost or stuck, this is your rope to climb out. Grab it. Nothing changes until you notice the pattern you're repeating. Most people drift through days in automatic mode, same thoughts, same habits, same excuses, and then wonder why nothing moves. September is not a magical portal. It's a mirror showing you your cycle. The first step is awareness. Take a notebook. For the next few mornings, write down your first 5 thoughts after waking. Note the routines you run without thinking. Do you reach for your phone, scroll for validation, complain before gratitude? Shi Heng trains his students to observe like a scientist, not a critic. Seeing clearly weakens the grip of habit. Once a pattern is visible, test a small disruption. If you always wake up and complain, choose silence instead. If you always reach for your phone, reach for water or a stretch. Tiny breaks send a signal to your nervous system. We're changing direction. When September 10 arrives, you'll either be on autopilot or already steering. Awareness is the first discipline. It's also the most underestimated. Without it, you can't build strength, boundaries, or courage. With it, you start becoming someone new before the dates even arrive. You cannot hear your own guidance if your mind is filled with noise. The world trains you to keep scrolling, comparing, reacting. By the time you get a free moment, your head is already a storm. Shi Heng says, before you move fast, learn to stand still. Use the days leading to September 10 as a mental cleanse. Begin each morning with 5 minutes of silence. No phone, no music, no talking. Sit and breathe. Watch your thoughts come and go. Don't fight them. Don't feed them. Simply notice. This simple ritual empties your mental cup so new ideas and strength can enter. During the day, cut one source of unnecessary noise. It could be social media, gossip, or a toxic chat. Each time you say no to distraction, you're saying yes to clarity. By the time those 3 days arrive, your mind won't be hijacked. You'll be able to feel which direction is right because the inner voice is louder than the outside noise. You cannot step into a new chapter while carrying an old identity. Many people sabotage their future because they're still living inside yesterday's definition of themselves. Shi Heng teaches, before the next breath enters, the old one must leave. Spend time before September 10 writing down the beliefs, labels, and roles you've outgrown. Maybe it's I'm always unlucky, I'm bad at relationships, I never finish anything. Look at the list. Ask yourself, who told me this? Do I still choose it? Then symbolically release it, tear the paper, burn it safely, or delete the notes. This act signals to your subconscious that you're making space. The space you create is uncomfortable at first because the old identity was familiar. But it's exactly in that emptiness that the new self can emerge. By the time those 3 days arrive, you won't be chained to who you were. You'll be lighter, freer, ready for new action. Power comes from clarity. Without it, you'll always react to the loudest demand, the strongest temptation, the nearest distraction. Decide in advance what matters and what doesn't. Shi Heng says, when the heart knows, the mind stops hesitating. Write down 3 values you refuse to compromise on, maybe respect, honesty, or self-discipline. Write down 3 boundaries you won't cross, maybe toxic relationships, gossip, or neglecting your health. These are your non-negotiables. They're not about controlling others. They're about controlling yourself. When you're clear, decisions become automatic. You don't debate whether to go back to an unhealthy habit. You already decided. This frees mental energy for building instead of firefighting. By September 10, you'll carry a quiet authority. People sense it. Opportunities align to it. The dates themselves won't change you. Your clarity will. The last shift is courage. Fear doesn't go away. It waits at the edge of every new step. Most people wait to feel fearless before they act and spend their lives waiting. Shi Heng teaches courage is movement inside fear. Pick one bold action you've been postponing, a conversation, a boundary, an application, a first step in a project. Commit to doing it between September 10 and 12. Don't overthink it. Prepare enough, breathe, then move. The act itself rewires your nervous system. You stop associating fear with paralysis and start associating fear with growth. Even if the outcome isn't perfect, the act of moving while afraid is a victory. It builds self-trust. By the time the window closes, you'll not only have changed something outside, but also inside. You'll know that you can act even in uncertainty. That knowledge is freedom. That is how 3 days can mark the beginning of a new life. September 10, 11, and 12 are not magic dates. They are a mirror. They will show you who you've become and what you still avoid. You don't have to wait for permission or a sign. You don't have to wait for a crisis. The moment you've been preparing for is already here. These 6 shifts are not just theory, they're your training. Apply even one of them now and you'll already feel the difference before the dates arrive. If this message spoke to you, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone who needs to wake up. Comment below which shift you're committing to first. Like this video so it reaches more people. And subscribe to the channel if you're serious about building discipline and inner strength. Together, we can create a community of people who practice wisdom instead of just listening to it.